All right, welcome back everybody to the Boulderboys.show, episode number 73. Woo! We are joined here with a very special guest.
Drew Holman.
Drew Holman is here.
I am here, but I'm not the special guest.
No, man, we got the big dog. Do you have any nicknames?
I do, but it's not used often.
What is it?
I haven't heard in a while. I can't say it.
Okay.
It came up. A guy from Boulder came up with it. Peter, the Peter God.
Oh, the Peter God.
It feels weird to call yourself.
We got
that.
Adam Peter God here.
Oh, yeah.
It feels so cocky to just like say that yourself, but that is, I guess,
That is the nickname.
That's
I
how you
forgot
like to be
about
called,
that.
you know?
Not how I like to be called,
But it's true.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Other times,
Spoken like a true champ.
At times. Yeah.
other times not so much.
Oh man.
But thank you for having me on.
yeah.
I'm grateful to be on. I feel like I forced Moy's hand yesterday. I was like, when are you
Yeah.
guys doing the podcast?
You actually, you cornered me on Sanitas
cornered
Valley, like against a rock. He's like, so what's this podcast schedule? And I was like, oh, we're recording, this day. And he's like, well, I'm leaving. What if we do it earlier? And took my phone and texted you guys.
Yeah.
That's
He
right.
texted you guys.
And
I needed
usually
this.
it takes like hours to figure out what we're doing, and it was like immediate.
yeah.
when your name was on the list, it was like
Yeah.
everybody was just in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
the
we're all
thing.
here.
The
There's
fu-
6 of us.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
What an honor. Yeah, thank you.
It was
I'm
crazy.
stoked to be on here.
All of us
No.
weren't gonna show up, and then once you said you were coming,
But
we
it-
were all
but
like,
it,
yeah, we'll be
like,
there.
It's funny what you're saying because like I texted and sent a selfie. I was like, hey, like, can we like arrange the schedule? And everybody was able to, which
Yeah.
is like super abnormal because we all have like busy lives,
Dude, when God calls, you answer. You know what I mean?
That's right. I agree.
Whoa.
Oh,
I mean, I straight up canceled my work trip from New York to be here. Like it just,
dang.
yeah.
Drew's like, I quit my job for this.
I quit my company. Nick is like, what?
Oh my goodness. All right, dude. We got a lot to talk about with Adam. But first, we cannot skip over this. Drew just came back from Big Alta, 50K on Friday. Dude, Drew, how was it?
It was great. I found out that the race was on Friday like a week before, so I had to change my flights to get there.
It was weird, dude.
Um,
It's so uncommon for races to be on Friday.
Very uncommon. I was initially a little annoyed that I have to miss work, but then it's actually like pretty sweet because it allows the free trail folks, so Dylan, Ryan, and Harmony, to like really like make every race feel like super special. And like, I don't know. It's just, I think that was like one of my biggest takeaways from the weekend is that you have free trail and Daybreak putting on this like what is like kind of still a little race,
Totally.
but they are straight up like doing content all week. And then we have golden ticket races that don't have like a live stream or any live coverage, and you can't even like follow the tracker. And like I just think that it's like so cool to see how much the free trail folks are just like investing in the sport and making sure that like when we have times in the year that are a little quieter, athletes can still get the coverage that they deserve for racing hard and putting themselves out there. So that's first takeaway. And then, I mean, oh my God,
It was so green, dude.
you used to live in California.
I was jealous looking at the pictures.
It is just like freaking magical. And because of climate change, San Francisco is now like Santa Barbara. And so it's like people were going to the beach. It was like 80 degrees all week. I had to do Western States icing protocol in March, which was unfortunate, but yeah. Great experience.
You had a good race, dude.
I had a fine race. Kind of a meh. A little bit of a rust buster. It's got me fired up though.
I have a couple of questions. So first, did our boy Dan Green took it off very hot from the beginning?
Well, actually, initially, because Seth was not in the race and Eli was not in the race and Adam Peterman was not in the race, it actually like went out pretty calm.
Oh,
Whoa.
Who's all running?
and Matt was not in the race either.
That's true.
Matt, you've run it. Moy, you've run it.
Yeah, it was
Um,
hot when we were
The
there.
year that we ran it, you go up that road,
Yeah.
and like almost immediately we were in like 5:30 pace.
Mhm.
This year the ladies took it out, and I just sat behind them, and I think folks were trying to key in off me, and I was like, "That's fine." And so
You're like, welcome.
for the first like half mile, we just chilled, which was so lovely.
Oh,
And then we hit the dirt, and Dan went to the front immediately and started running pretty hard. And I just like kind of settled in. And by the first aid station, he probably had like a minute on me. But like not running like crazy hard. Maybe relatively hard for like how warm it was.
So you just let him go.
Just let him go. Kind of had a sense that he was going to come back.
Cool. A premonition.
But I also don't, it's like such early in the season that having a strategy versus just kind of like going with it, I feel like is the general vibe. So yeah. So then David caught me coming out of the first aid station, and then we did the next big climb together. And then the biggest climb of the course up to the high point, and we caught Dan like right before the high point. And man, have you guys spent much time with David?
No.
I hung out with him at Worlds this year because me, Trayson, Claire, and Norris were at an Airbnb before.
Nice.
He's a cool dude.
Great. He's a legend.
He's the most chill dude I've probably ever met.
Yeah, so chill.
Yeah.
And so fit.
So fit.
Like all these guys with the Nordic background. I always say this, but it's
Plus
so
he's
impressive.
Alaskan, dude. So he's like extra tough.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I just have to imagine he's got a VO2 max of like 98.
But
I feel like that's how I think about all.
It's
Nordic
probably
guys, though.
high, but I think he would never actually go into a lab and test it.
It's like you, Drew.
Yeah.
Yours is like 96.
102 if you don't check it.
Highest VO2 recorded.
But I actually think that like I came through the first day after the race. Sasha was like, "Man, you didn't really have your like good vibes that you usually do racing, Drew." And I was like, "Well, I think I was just like kind of stressed at the beginning."
Oh.
But then David caught me, and I had like a ton of fun for the next like 10 miles because we were just like kind of chatting, settling in. Like we could tell that Dan was coming back to us on any of the climbs. And so it just kind of felt like inevitable that we were going to catch him. But then this happened. So we get to the top, we pass Dan, go over the like tippy top. And then there's like some of these like little like punchy climbs before you start the big descent off of it. And Dylan's there with us filming. And Dylan goes, "All right, guys, you've got like 3-minute climbs coming up. Just be ready." And Norris like immediately just like pins it Pogacar style. And I'm just like, "Oh, I can't follow. Oh no." And so I was like immediately out the back. And then I was like, it's really fucking hot. And then I feel like I got stuck in this kind of like no man's land where I was like probably not going to catch David unless I like really buckled down. And I could tell that but like I had a huge gap on folks behind me. And so I feel like the last like 10 miles were just like survival, which is like not the most fun racing, which I think is why I also like finished the race being like, meh, this is fine. But yeah.
When did you catch Dan? Before that?
We caught Dan at probably like mile 16 or 17.
Nice.
Was Dylan right? Were they 3-minute climbs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you get intel from people and it's like not the case.
No, it was.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes they'll tell you that just to make you feel better.
No, it was 3 minutes.
Okay. That's nice.
But like steep and after climbing for like 15 minutes. And so like it felt a lot like a classic.
Yeah.
Bike race.
Yeah.
Where
yeah.
like it's just like these kind of like punchy.
Dude.
Yeah. So
Big Alta is the new Liège of trail running.
yeah. But that being said, like awesome weekend. Next day I got to go out, crew our friends Arena and Mars, who both ran their first 100K ever. Guys, have you all like when was the last time you like crewed somebody who was running like a distance for the first time? Any recent experiences?
I don't know if I've ever crewed anybody.
Last year, Western States for Seth.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I was in the race. Yeah, that's right. That was very cool.
That was a good one.
That was fun.
It's always cool to see people go the furthest they ever have and then see what happens, Yeah. That's a crazy first 100K, dude. 13,000 feet, super hot.
Yeah.
So nice, dude.
No, dude.
Well,
Yeah.
we're really proud of you and your effort.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
The fire is lit, guys. So
Dude,
That's the problem.
better watch
now.
out. I might train as much as Cade now.
Oh my goodness. Whoa.
All right. Well, hey. Well, that makes me feel at peace now. No, I'm kidding.
Oh
Kate
my
doesn't
goodness.
listen anyways.
You might tune into this one. Dude, super stoked for you, Drew. Good place to start the year, I think.
Dude, speaking of Cade, first of all, no one can do as much training as Cade. But Adam, you told me a saying today, or I saw it on Strava, that Cade showed you where the hammer hangs today, dude.
Dude, he
Tell
sure
the
did.
audience what the heck that means. I like that little saying.
Oh
dude.
man, I could say it in German again.
Say it again.
That'd be wild.
Spit it
So
out.
one of my friends who lives in Missoula, he did a study abroad in Germany, and he had all these like sayings when he came back. But one of them was, "I'll show you where the hammer hangs."
Dude.
And so he'd always say that to me on runs, or like say that I should say that to someone on runs. But anyway, in German, this is probably gonna sound terrible, but it's "Ich zeig dir, wo der Hammer hängt," which I think means I'll show you where the hammer hangs.
Listen
Yeah,
up, dude.
yeah.
But today,
Wow.
today, Cade showed me where the hammer hangs on our chill 40-minute steady state run
Next
in
level,
the middle
dude.
of our 3-hour run. But yeah, man's fit.
Dude,
I'm
Man's
impressed.
Cade's been out here just swinging that hammer, man.
Okay, Adam. As somebody who's been on some runs where recently, where it was like, oh, we're just doing 20 minutes, or we're just doing like an hour steady. How'd it feel?
Dude, well, steady state's interesting. So I'm kind of recently a CTS athlete. This is all within the last year. I started working with John Fitzgerald in July.
Yeah.
Steady state, as far as I can tell, is like zone 3.
Mhm.
But that's kind of a big range. Like for me, if we're talking heart rate, that would be like from 165 to 180. And so that's a huge, like if I'm going 180 for a while, that's pretty hard. But if it's 165, you can kind of hold that for a long time.
Dude, how old
I have
are
a high heart rate.
How old are you? I was gonna say
30.
okay.
But I hit 200 in a
You can still hit
I
200.
hit 200.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Today.
Haven't
That's the
seen-
secret, man.
I haven't seen
I don't
that in a
know.
long
I wasn't
time,
wearing my
dude.
heart rate band today. But I hit it in a, yeah, we have a hill climb in Missoula.
I
and
don't
hit
feel like
200.
I ever go
Wild.
anymore so hard that it's like truly the max. Like maybe that'd be an interesting
But
thing to try.
how high is Missoula?
3,000.
meters? Wow.
Oh, no. 1,000 meters. 900 meters, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think he like hitting what like 190 here is probably like extremely hard for anybody.
Dude, yeah.
But 200,
I don't know. Sometimes Boulder, I feel like, has this perfect. So I went to college here, and I feel like there's like a perfect condition for your heart rate just to get so high because it's so dry and at altitude, but not like really high altitude. I feel like sometimes you just get into this rhythm where your heart, like I guess it's cardiac drift, but it just gets out of control.
wow.
And
So
that
you
kind of
can
happened to me today.
You're
You
so
can
cooked
hold
that your heart just
180
goes
heart
up.
rate for like a while.
But we had a conversation about
Yeah.
one workout that he posted once. You remember?
Yeah.
Oh,
The threshold.
we did
test.
This must have been a year ago.
We,
yeah.
we
Yeah.
discussed
Oh, yeah.
that. Like I was so impressed about the fact that you could hold a high heart rate for like an hour or something like that.
Yeah, I
Or
did a
something
test.
crazy.
I was reading. I guess this was still when I was writing my own training, but I like all this talk of threshold. You know, like what is your threshold? What's the heart rate that you can hold for 1 hour?
Mm.
I read that like the best way to test it is either do a 45-minute, an hour climb all out and wear a heart rate band, and then take your average heart rate for that hour. And I averaged 184.
dog, if I was doing threshold at
Dude.
whatever effort
For
that
a-
was, I'd be
it was for
broken.
50
More
minutes.
That's
broken.
badass, dude.
184,
Dude, it was horrible. When I finished, I like threw up. It was so hard.
Be like,
Dude,
that's
hell yeah.
threshold.
What were you getting on the treadmill challenge that you did? Did you have a hard one
Oh
on
man,
that?
no, I would guess
That had to been
200.
Dude, yeah, that
Because
had
it's
been
12
crazy.
minutes, or sorry, it's 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Dude,
Dude,
But-
that's just wild.
I got really into heart rate after that, and honestly, that was a bit of a rabbit hole. I don't do it anymore because I was like fixating on
Yeah,
it.
too much.
But yeah, it was interesting to see for me. Like if I was fresh, I could actually like my heart rate could be 190, and I could still like say a few words. But then you get to 195, and you get
It's the tipping
beyond that,
point.
and that's like beyond that.
Yeah.
But then if you're training hard, it
Right.
kind of starts to like some days you can't even hit 180 because you're so exhausted.
Man, your
Yeah.
zones must be very long.
Oh, I don't know. I asked ChatGPT one day why, and it said it was because I was tall and skinny. So maybe you have the same thing, Matt.
It's tell you I don't.
it has
Unfortunately.
it has nothing to do with your ability. It's just your size.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
That's
I
why
like
you
that.
should not rely on ChatGPT.
Don't
as
rely
your
on
coach.
it. Yeah. It made me feel better.
God.
AI's got a little learning to do.
I feel like Cade's been showing a lot of us where the hammer hangs recently,
Well, you know
That's-
how
Yeah.
except for Seth.
No,
I just
actually,
avoid
I was on this run and I did 17 minutes of the 40 minutes and I popped. I popped off, dude.
That was
My-
your hammer, dude.
My
That's more like a scissor. He found
I was wearing a heart rate strap. So speaking of this, I was wearing a heart rate strap, and
What?
I don't have the numbers on my watch. But my watch has this like this like color coordinating thing with
Yeah.
an arrow, and at some point,
In the black.
You're in the
That's-
red.
dude, at some point, so we were running John Ray as well. John Ray set the pace at first, and then he
which was
felt-
perfect.
It was perfect.
By the way,
It was very steady state. Cade gets to the front. He's like, I'm just gonna increase it a little bit. And I look down at my watch, like no numbers, but the arrow is as far as it can go, like into the red. Like it can't wrap around the watch anymore, you know. And
Oh my God.
I like told Cade that, and I was like, I'm done.
Cade just jogged
Did-
away, dude.
Did
Yeah.
you saw the numbers after? Like, did you saw
Yeah,
like the
it
max?
wasn't that high. It was like 180. So it
Dude,
wasn't as high.
180?
what's
As
your
a-
max?
I don't know.
Or you don't wanna share?
180.
I actually have no idea.
Yeah.
I haven't. 180 is my max. I
That's
found
personal.
it today. Yeah, it's personal, man.
Dude, so you guys were going high, and this was like what, like up to flag or up to
Yeah.
green?
Up to green.
Up to green from
Yeah.
from
Very
Mesa.
thin.
Yeah,
It was kind of hot. I feel like
Dude, it was
that-
hot today.
it was.
That really ramped it up.
It was
Yes.
hot
Yeah,
the-
yeah, yeah.
in the early morning too, dude.
Yeah,
Hot day.
I don't know. I'm not making excuses, but my Montana
I'm not.
body was like cooked by the end.
I mean, dude, you got him at Black Canyon a month ago, so
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, he proved it. It was impressive. But honestly, he seemed like he was in steady state. That was what was impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming off a 100-mile weekend on a 150-mile week, you know what I
Nose
mean?
Yeah.
breathing.
100 mile weekend.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah,
you guys heard that correctly.
Yeah.
100
Yeah.
mile weekend.
3 days.
Yes.
yeah, dude.
Okay. This is.
wait,
we're gonna
wait.
get even more comments after this about like get Kate on the pod.
I mean,
I think just building. I feel like building his lore just by talking about him.
Yeah. Episode 100. We'll have Kate on the pod. Maybe.
Well, we tried to do a pod, but then you were sick.
That's right.
So
And then like the he was hot there for a week, so
yeah. So, anyways,
I do have some insider intel though on this. Apparently, was it David Lamb who's just been feeding Debo Strava files of the week recommendations?
yeah.
And it's just like an endless, like, it's got to be Cade. And Dylan, after a while, was just like, it can't be Cade every week.
Oh my goodness.
but it should be Cade.
It should be maybe every week.
Dude.
But guys, if I'm ever on Strava file of the week, tell me to retire. I'm done.
It's too much. Too much.
Somebody's body swapped me.
Yeah.
But it can be like short but sharp, you know? It doesn't have to be something long. You know? It can be like a good climb that you did, like a tempo. Like...
Or if your heart rate gets real high.
Yeah.
But then, so you found the hammer.
Drew, are you Strava dark?
Like gray.
Okay.
That's
I went
accurate.
Strava dark for a while too.
I'm like a dark gray. Yeah.
Oh, dark gray.
Wait.
Yeah, I feel like I never see your runs.
It's like
Do you
anytime I
follow-
run with friends.
Do you follow him?
I follow you.
Check it out. Anytime I run with
What's
friends.
the why?
Yeah.
You don't have to answer, but like,
What
you
is
know,
your why?
since we're talking about it, since like Adam wanted, he told me he wanted to ask you this, so why? And you know,
I just don't think that it's like I need to post all my runs.
But why?
Like I don't have anything. I don't have anything. Like I don't have anything to prove in my training.
yeah.
And I also just like, guys, you've seen my social presence. It's just like it's just not my vibe to
Fair.
post every single thing that's going on in my life.
Fair.
Yeah. You like the
Um,
privacy of
Yeah, it's
having
like the
your own
privacy of
runs.
just being
Yeah,
like,
that's
yeah, I'm
fair.
just like doing my runs, doing my workouts.
Hmm.
Like when I run with friends, you know, I'll
Hmm.
post things.
I think he's gonna upload all of his runs at one time at the end of his career, and like everything in Boulder's just gonna be like
CRs.
CR Drew, CR Drew.
And we'll see.
Yeah, I see.
We'll love that.
And then we're gonna realize that Drew was training 150 miles a week. Drew's like, okay, then he's like, Kate is like half of what he does.
Oh my goodness. Wait, Adam, why'd you go Strava dark
Oh man, I went Strava dark after Worlds.
this year?
Yeah, just for like 3 months. Dude, honestly, I gotta blame Jim Walmsley. I was
Did he tell you about the sauce add-on? That like sauce add-on from the Google thing?
no.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know about
You never
this.
fully explained this, dude.
Did I not?
What is?
Dude.
You were just like, dude. He told me about this add-on.
It.
It's like a gadget that you had, yeah.
I.
Yeah, analyze
Okay.
your data.
Well, no. Keep talking.
Well, I
about
was just
the
hanging out with
Jim
Jim and
effect.
Caleb
Keep
quite a
saying
bit because we're all on the Worlds team, and like Jim's obviously very private, keeps to himself, especially with his training, and then Caleb was kind of that way, And after a while, I was like, oh man, like, am I too public? I was kind of like second guessing myself. And so I went like Strava Dark for like 3 months. And then I don't know. Then I was at Hoka Camp again. I guess I'm just influenced by my other runner friends. Cause then I was running with Rod and Hayden. And they're like, dude, we miss seeing your runs. Come back on. And like I just
Yeah,
went
but
I
they
went
do.
Strava Live like the next day.
And now they got you on.
And now they
lock,
got
dude.
me.
Yeah.
But I guess, yeah, it's, I mean, I see both sides of the coin, but I like sharing what I'm doing. I think there's a group of us who all like to see what each other do, and it's kind of fun to
Yeah.
interact with each other.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I do want to hear about this sauce.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know. Jim might not like. So pretty much, Jim was in an altered state, mentally, and he was like, dude, like you gotta like. Do
It sounded just like this.
It actually did. Pretty much, he told me that the sauce add-on. But the best part is like, the Boulder Boys need to hear about the sauce add-on. It's on Google. You're welcome. And I was like, okay, what is it? But it basically like analyzes the Strava data and makes it where like you can look at Strava and there's like way more data than normal Strava has.
Like you could see like how many times someone farted on a run or something.
like okay.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so I looked at it and I was like, that's cool. Like just a bunch more numbers. I don't really know what to do with this.
Nothing there.
But I think it's interesting. It has like it
Wait.
breaks down the data a little more, just a little more. I don't know. You have to do it. You have to try it. Yeah, pull it up on Google. You have to use a Google.
Jim's gonna be disappointed at
It's
you're,
like a-
you're not selling it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the data?
You have to use a Chrome browser. But he was like, yeah, I had to take my stuff off Strava because people can see way too much on Strava now. And I'm like, man, this isn't gonna. Which I feel the same about cyclists. It's like, I don't need to know that your power's high. Like I can tell Tade's power is high. He doesn't feel it's Strava. Same with Jim. It's like I can tell you're fit because you're good. I don't know.
But Jim's like very analytical, and like he'll probably look at all of his competitions Strava files and like know exactly where their threshold is and how hard he needs to like ping it on a certain climb to break them. You know,
That's
what I mean?
true. And to be fair,
Mm.
I didn't look at it very closely. So
Yeah.
Well, we'll
It's
tell
interesting.
you, like, you know, on Strava, you can hide some things. Like,
Right.
you can hide your heart rate if you want.
I do that.
But if you have the sauce,
maybe you.
On
Oh,
Google.
maybe it gets around it.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't get around. It's just like
You
with
know
the
about
da-
this?
Yeah, I've used it in the past. But it's just like it's just more data. There's like there actually are 2 or 3 different add-ons, and they're just in Google Chrome. You know, like a Google Chrome.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I've heard of it.
you have to go in Google Chrome
Yeah.
incognito mode.
No.
You're not looking at porn.
The
No, this,
opposite.
yeah, no, this is totally
Whoa.
legal.
This is the opposite of that.
No, but your computer have to be facing south in order for the thing to. No, but it's just like more numbers, like
Okay.
you know, like for example, like you really like grade adjusted pace. So
Okay.
this one is like it goes like much farther, and it has a more accurate grade adjusted pace and
Whoa.
things like that. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
That-
That's a good way to describe it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
anyways,
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
What are you doing in Boulder, Adam?
Yeah. Why are you here?
Can somebody introduce this man?
This is Adam Peterman. Wait, we did
What
at the
has he done?
beginning.
We did.
Yeah.
Western
did.
States champion, world's champion, multiple golden ticket holder, scratch ambassador, athlete,
Didn't lose for like 2 years straight.
Yeah.
2 years.
Aaron's fiance.
But then, yeah, I haven't won as many races in the last couple of years.
how
It's tough out there.
How does that feel?
Dude, it messed with my head for a little while, and then it doesn't anymore.
Nice.
Okay,
Because
that's awesome.
I do feel
Yeah.
like maybe this is just to make myself feel better, but I do feel like these races have become more competitive.
Mm.
Like every year, I feel like we're seeing them get a little bit more competitive.
Mm.
And just because like I won those races, it doesn't mean that those races were necessarily like the most competitive races happening.
They were
It was
pretty
Western
competitive,
States.
But it was pretty competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Western States is up there.
World
I think you're right.
I mean,
Yeah.
Western State is cute, but
we were just talking.
It's no Lavaredo.
It's no Lavaredo.
Oh
I don't mind the
And that's
rules,
not
right?
to say anything about Drew. That's because Moy keeps telling me about Lavaredo.
Hey, and I'm right. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I feel like
Lavaredo
you're.
is not Western States. Having done both of them, just to put it out there.
It's kind of the Western states of Europe.
Is it?
But yeah, but less cute. You know, it's more like
Less cute.
No,
Oh my
like-
goodness.
no. The cute thing is because you know What's his name?
Oh, our boy.
Yeah,
Ben Demon.
Ben.
But you know Ben Demon. So he
Our
in
biggest
in a
fan.
podcast that he has, he like calls, like he talks about Western State. And he's like, oh yeah, Western State is cute.
And
It's not
that
UTMB. It's
he
not
said-
that competitive.
He said it's not that competitive
Oh, he'll line up for Western States one of these years.
if he gets a ticket.
Huh?
He's gonna get his ass beat though.
It's cute. That's a wild thing to say.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, but dude, it's not like you've been slouching around the past couple years. Like podiums at CCC.
Yep.
Killer race at Worlds.
Really
Decent race at
super
Worlds.
solid at
Yeah.
Worlds.
Yeah.
I don't remember all your results. I'm not gonna lie.
See,
Really great.
that's just it right there.
Really great Black
Forgotten.
Canyon 50K.
Sorry.
Amazing Black Canyon 50K.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Black Canyon.
Probably your
50 was
best race
decent.
you've
Yeah.
ever ran, I think.
Yeah.
Probably.
My greatest race. Yep. No, yeah, it is kind of weird to not like. I guess because I had those 2 years where I won, and then had a pretty significant like stress fracture the following year, which took me out for a long time, and like it just takes a long time to get back from those types of injuries. But yeah, then it did.
Adam,
take
how
a while
long
to
did
get back to fitness.
how long did it take you to like get back to feeling like confident?
I mean, it's not a year, but
Okay.
probably like I feel like I wasn't training as hard as I wanted to until like 8 months afterwards. And I did have to do a bit of like I want to say lifestyle change, but like I don't think I was fueling enough, and it wasn't even intentional. Like I was probably eating 4,000 calories a day, and I
Yeah.
needed 5.
Mm.
Wow.
And I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
So that was what was funny is like when I get a sacral stress fracture, you see these PTs and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's always related to underfueling," and I'm like, "How?"
Yeah.
Like, do you see? Like,
Did
you
you have
see
did
what
you
I
have,
eat?
Did you have stress fractures at all, like through college or high school?
Just one in my foot.
Okay.
So honestly, that one was
Was it metatarsal, dude?
it was just metatarsal, which I think sometimes those are your mechanics more. than
Especially track
fueling.
spikes and indoor tracks.
Oh yeah, I was wearing these like spikes
Yeah.
and yeah.
You can't get through college without a.
wearing a pair of Nikes.
Hey, easy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But I think it took a while to come back just because I had to like you got to gain some weight to come back from these injuries, and that's a part of it. Like I was quite a bit bigger, stronger,
Plus, you've been hiking around, right?
hiking
Like,
around all
yeah.
the time. But I don't know. I'd say after a year after the injury, I felt back to normal, and I think I proved that like getting podium at CCC. But it is tough, like when you have won a race like Western States and you know what that feels like. You want it.
Can't
You
imagine.
want it
dude.
again.
Epic.
Not many people know what that
Yeah.
feels like.
No
But
one
it's
else
all
on this
good.
couch.
I was talking to Caleb about that a bit. Just the like, you spend all this time racing hard, training hard, and being like so satisfied with like a podium, and then he just described like winning Western States, and like the entire like frame of reference changes, because also like I imagine your life changed pretty dramatically
Totally.
after that.
And there's a lot of confidence that comes with it,
100%.
or pressure, like depending on how you want to take it.
Yeah.
But
Did it manifest as pressure or confidence for you after that?
well, probably both, because I didn't like after States that year, I didn't race again until Worlds, but like it was nice going into Western States having it that was going to be my first 100-mile like longest race, and so you can go into it with like a pretty open mind.
Totally.
I personally like going into races like that.
Yeah.
Like I just race a little better, just you feel more relaxed.
100%.
Then you go to Worlds in Thailand with Adam.
Yes.
And my expectation myself now is like I will win this race, and that's a little stressful to feel that way. And like honestly, I did win the race, but I was kind of nervous before.
You
'cause
kind
I
of
was like,
whacked that race.
You
too.
whacked it, dude.
dude, but it was so hard.
I
I
don't-
feel like people say they never learn anything from winning, but like, dude, it's so hard. You still have to run so hard to win these things.
Yeah. I just remember you said before the race, like where you thought you were going to make a move, and then you just made the move there and then dropped everyone and kind of ran away from everyone.
That was when we did that preview.
I
the
know,
first
dude.
Preview.
I still think, just to make you a little uncomfortable, your that year where you got like ticket, States, and then Worlds champ, it's like the most goated kind of like debut
So sick.
ultra season ever.
Dude, thank you.
Dude, that
It
was
was-
crazy.
It was really cool.
Right? Like
definitely
States and Worlds in the
unexpected.
same year. Crazy, dude.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah, I would say, yeah, I would guess mainly confidence. There's a lot of confidence that comes with winning those races. Like once you've done it, you think you can do it again.
Yeah.
So it's a cool mindset to have.
Yeah.
So,
Did you feel that way like at CCC last year?
No, I went into that with a pretty open mind because I did Broken Arrow that year with Seth, and we kind of we kind of got rocked. I don't know.
I mean, you still got a good finish. I got rocked. You
Dude, I almost dropped out to help you because you hit your head on a tree.
Yeah, we were talking about that today. I like hit my head on a tree, and he was like right behind me, and he was like, "Hey, man, like, are you okay?
I was like, want me to stop and help you?" I think I just wanted an excuse to like.
I'm ready to stop for you. For you.
Yeah, let's call this. You're injured.
You wanted me to say yes so bad.
Better just stop the whole race.
But then you went on and like podiumed the thing.
Yeah.
that was
But then I did
crazy.
speed goat a month later, and I got rocked, dude. I got like 7th.
Yeah.
Threw up constantly.
Oh,
Like just one of those days. And so going into CCC, I was kind of like, man, how do you go from 7th at speed goat to like knocking this thing out of the park? And I really just had to like, I had to take a step back and mess with the mindset a little bit. Just be okay with being like totally open to whatever happens.
I remember racing with you the first half of CCC, and I feel like in that first 50K, you went from, because I remember you were kind of like, man, I don't know, is this too hard? Where are we?
Yeah, it felt kind of hard
And
right
I
away.
remember being like, oh man, like they're all gonna come back. And they came back, and I feel like once they came back, dude, wait, do you remember this going up for A? Where you were like,
I was
I'm gonna
leading the race. I didn't even realize
I'm gonna
it.
stop for something, and I was like, oh cool, like I'll tie my shoe. And I like tied my shoe, and I looked up, and you were gone. I was like,
Dude.
I was like, we just ran the whole first
Oldest
20
trick in
miles
the book.
together.
Some bizarre interactions. Also, there was like this creek, and it was hot, dude, that day.
It was hot.
Yeah, humid, and I was like out of water, so there was a creek, and I think I asked you, I was like, "Is this good to drink out of?" And you're like, "Totally, dude." And I drank out of it, and then like fill up, drink, look up, and there's like a field of cows above. And I was like, all right, well, I won't get sick during the race, but I will in 2 weeks. But it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally
That's
fine.
amazing.
Oh.
That was so fun.
Healthy
Those
cows.
moments.
But that was such a good race to watch. Like you were like, because you guys were never alone. Like you were never alone. Where Peter Franjo was,
Yeah, Peter Frano
and
was.
he would like drop and then come back, and then
Oh,
drop and
man.
then come
That's
back.
right.
Like
Yeah,
so
yeah.
hard to get rid of.
Oh, seriously. And like Dan Jones.
Oh,
Same.
yeah,
I felt like there
Oh.
was like Hayden was leading after
yeah,
what Champelloc.
yes.
Yes, but then it was like me and Peter Frano and Dan Jones, and then there was another athlete. I can't remember his name, but I felt like all of us were just like circling all the time, and
That's
it was
crazy.
cool to be
Yeah.
a part of it for sure. Yeah, those races are fun, but then
Yeah.
you're just so destroyed the last like 2 hours leaving Valor Scene. I
Ugh.
can't believe how bad you can feel and like still finish that race, and then take that to UTMB. It kind of blows my mind.
You feel exponentially worse at Valercine. Basically, I don't know. I don't think anybody ever feel good at Valercine when you're doing the full loop.
Tom Evans looked pretty good last year.
That's good.
But
Didn't
was
do
he?
the full loop. It was a short course, wasn't it?
Oh my
No,
God.
last year.
Yeah, didn't they have to shorten the course?
I heard it was easy. Yeah.
No, I think weather. Like they had to like take out.
Oh, the pyramid.
Yeah.
Your favorite spot.
Yeah,
where
there's
we
some
met.
good rocks to sit on there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It has a plate.
Yeah.
Matt Daniels.
Okay, well,
Adam, what's on the race schedule? What do you got
Yeah, I'm
coming up?
doing canyons in a month.
Oh,
So
in a month.
yeah,
hell yeah!
it's kind of a lot of what my schedule hinges on this. I
Back to the
guess.
roots.
Back to the roots.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done canyons twice. It went well once, went poorly the other. But yeah, hopefully get a ticket at canyons. That's the goal. But I don't have any qualification towards a UTMB final, so it also hinges on that.
I have a question. What's the whole thing with this like myth about like Hoka having like sponsor spots for states? Is that a thing?
I know in the past that I don't know how many they have. I think Hoka in the past has had 2 or 3, and then other sponsors like Buff has one.
Okay.
But like some of the larger sponsors, I think will have a couple. I honestly don't
Makes
know that
sense.
much about this, but in the past they've given those spots to like friends of the brand or influencers. Like we have this awesome guy. His name is Hella.
Oh, yeah.
but he's,
he's
he has
cool.
like this long running streak, like 7,000 days or
Yeah. Great guy.
maybe it's
Yeah.
3,000 days. Anyway,
It's crazy.
many years. But they had him out at states, and he has like big Instagram following,
Hmm.
super positive guy. So they like gave him a spot, and so that was pretty cool.
I remember
Would you take a sponsor spot? Like if Hoka was like, hey Adam, like
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, you got to think you're a past winner.
In
do what you want.
2024. So I won in 2022. I was hurt in 2023, lost my entry, lost the M1 bib,
Yeah.
the coveted. That would have been cool to have, but
Yeah.
it's just a bib. But then I wanted to requalify for state, so I ran canyons. 2024, I got whomped. I got like 12th or 13th place. So like, if you asked me before canyons, like, of course I wish they had given me a spot like that. Like maybe I felt like I deserved it because I was a previous champion.
Yeah.
But I think doing poorly there at canyons proved I wasn't going to do well at states. I needed more time. Like that was a bad day for me, but I just wasn't fit enough.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't know if that answers your question, but
No,
like a
it
true
does.
God.
But like,
Yeah.
so you basically are saying that for you, the right way is just to qualify via golden ticket.
yeah, I think so. And I mean, Matt and I were just talking about this. I guess maybe we can speak to it now. I don't know if it's a hot topic or not, but we thought it'd be cool if Western states like kept the system golden ticket races as it is, top 10 get in for the next year. But what if they had like podium, they get in for 3 years?
Ooh,
What if
yes.
winners get in for 3 or 5, something like that?
That makes sense.
Nothing crazy. Like winners, maybe not for life because this race has a limited number of spots.
Mm.
But something like that could be really neat.
Pretty relevant for 5 years if you win the race, typically. You know what I mean? And if you podium, you're probably going to be pretty relevant in the sport for 3 years. And if you're injured, it's like you give up that spot.
I would be so okay with it going to 5 deep for folks who get top 5.
I like
Totally.
6 deep, actually.
yeah. Put them 5 deep. And then if any of those folks that are in that category choose not to come, maybe then it rolls down to 6 or 7 or 8 to 10. But I do think that like if there was a way to bring more folks that have proven that they can run at the front of the race back more frequently, it's just going to keep that race like more competitively.
At the end of the day, is the goal is to be competitive.
100%.
Yeah.
I think a lot of like people who aren't pros and elites wouldn't like that because it takes spots away. But at the same time, this is also a professional sport, and at the front of the race, it would be cool to be able to have some of those athletes in that and not have to over race every year to get back in through golden tickets.
Yeah.
Because I think that's part of the problem with why a lot of us end up injured is we're chasing golden tickets when maybe we had a bad day at states or like, I mean, if you're top 3, it's like you shouldn't have to go back to a golden ticket the next year and like try and race your way back in. I don't feel like it's just almost unnecessary.
Wait,
Yeah.
I have a question. Do you guys think that Western States fills the maximum amount of runners that they're legally allowed to run on that day? Do you think they're like maxing
I think there's
to the
an
one?
average. It's a rolling average. I don't know if it's like 3 year or 5 year, but it's 369 rolling average. So some years they might be like a little bit, like a few under. Some
What do
years,
you mean rolling average?
So like over the last 5 years or 3, I can't remember if it's 3 or 5. I think it's 369 is what the average needs to be. So
if like 370 something in 1 year, they have to only allow like 350 something in the next year, whatever, to keep the average at 369.
I think it's a
like
forest
grandfathered in from the.
Yeah.
Forest Service, that's a bad rule.
Well, it's
okay?
also
that's
Western
the,
States is like the only race that I know of that goes through a wilderness area. In the Granite Chief, because that race pre-existed before the wilderness. But I can't think of any other race in the U.S. that goes into wilderness.
And that's about
Like
the
St.
same,
That's a really good point. Yeah.
isn't it? Aren't they about to reroute outside of the Granite Chief Wilderness? Or
Yeah,
are they
well, they're
like,
doing some.
well,
They are rerouting
It's going to allow
something.
more people in, I think.
are they making it faster?
I mean, it'll change. That's the thing.
Huh.
Like, this is to Jim's point about like times are stupid, which is easy to say when you got the course record, but it's,
He's like, yeah, let's change it. Let's change it. Yeah. Make it
I mean,
longer.
it is a good point. It's like Western States has had like probably 3 or 4 different renditions of the course, maybe more than that, with different routes and stuff. So,
Well, very,
anyways.
very cool ideas. Kind of somewhat related. It'd be interesting if like states, there was some way to like be a fly on the wall to some of those like board conversations. And I'm sure they're thinking about how to evolve the race with the sport. But dude, UTMB just announcing that new pregnancy policy, huge, right? Allowing both parents to defer entry. It'd be cool if states did something similar too. Because like, believe it or not, the non-birthing partner also plays a huge role in supporting the birthing partner.
I mean, yeah, you're not
So-
gonna just
So to be
leave.
like, oh, I have to train because like if I give up my spot, then like people put years into trying to get into these races.
So like actually to that, Andreas Rader, who just finished second at Chianti, he couldn't take the ticket because he's gonna have a kid around that time.
Bummer, dude.
Yeah, because it would be awesome to see him on that race actually. Yeah, that's a bummer. I agree. Maybe one day, you know. But that's
Yeah,
a
I
good
don't
point.
know. I hope so.
Yes, a good thing.
It's cool to see the qualifications evolve, but I do feel like maybe you guys feel similar, but I feel like every year, every other year, I feel like I'm scrambling or sort of scrambling to qualify for these races. And my life, suddenly it feels like it's not my life, but my
Oh.
life kind of hinges on how I do
Yep.
at one race.
Yep.
And maybe that's just the name of the game, which is kind of cool. It's cool you have these opportunities that like matter that much to you. But it's funny, like I reflect last year, race Gorge, qualify for Worlds. But by doing that, I had to get top 5 at OCC if I want to get into UTMB next year. I got 6th. So now like Canyon's coming up, like my whole season hinges on how I do there. So I don't know if you guys view it as like an issue or like also kind of like a blessing.
I feel like it's really great for like the spectator side of the sport because it makes like every single golden ticket race like that like super interesting because it has such effect on like what's going to happen at Western States, what's going to happen at UTMB. But I'm curious your guys' thoughts. Like, I feel that it like does increase the likelihood of injury in our sport for pros like pretty dramatically. And it also, you see folks who are so freaking talented, but they get on this like the hamster wheel of trying to get a golden ticket. And then maybe they finally get one after 3 tries.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like really hard to turn around after doing that and then like race well at Western States. And so in some ways it's like, I think also if there's like a little bit of flexibility of like, hey, if you get a ticket, you could either take it this year or the following year, could lead to like still exciting races, but not so much like, I mean, it's a tight turn from Canyons.
Yeah.
And like you've done it
It's a
and you've done it
Mhm.
super well, Adam, but like
Mm-hmm.
you also see a lot of folks where, I mean, it's like what, a month and a half?
Yeah, Aaron,
Yeah.
my
yeah.
lovely fiance.
Oh, that's who I was thinking about. I mean,
Yeah.
she chased it all of
She-
last year.
Yeah, chased. I mean, I don't know how many races she had to chase it in. 5,
Yeah.
4. I mean, I could list them, but it would take. Yeah, I mean, for like over a year, she was chasing a ticket, gets one at Canyons, and then she like messed up her hip and ran for. She had to take like 5 weeks off after Canyons, and then
Oh.
still does states and got 11th, which was
That was
so
sick.
impressive.
Wow.
But like, yeah, she just like didn't run
Got 11th, so
Yeah.
she's got to do it all over again. if she
all
wants
over
back.
again.
It's crazy,
That's-
dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit of a hamster wheel, but also it's the name of the game.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty crazy, dude. Like when you are not used to that and you arrive and you see that the American season is from like November
Dude, it never
June?
ends. Like,
It doesn't end.
and then everybody wants to do UTMB. It's just like, wow, like this is, I mean, for me, it's like starting the season in April is so late for everybody. But for me, in my mind, it's like so early, which is funny actually. Francois Daen just made a whole post on his Instagram, like talking about how for him it's crazy to think that there are like races that are like super competitive, like Chianti, so early in the year when people is still like skiing.
yeah.
And he couldn't like process that because for him, like he will start running in April and then like do something short in April and then like start building for the summer. But like April come and like half of the American runners are like already injured and the other half
Whoa,
is training for
whoa.
Western States.
Easy.
I mean, it's not
Where-
racist.
where-
It's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
But where in April in the US could you be doing skimo every day this year?
Alaska.
Oh, dude, you can use the bike. I don't know. Like, I mean, or rowing. Yeah, I don't know. No, I think the point is just
Swimming.
about it's just about like I don't know. It's funny and it's interesting. Like running in the US is like all year round. People run the whole year, and a lot of people just run, which is great. But it's a running culture, and it's just different to maybe other ones where like they do more multi things. And it's just like an early season, which is fine. It's also fine that it's an early season from like, like when is the first golden ticket besides UTMB? Like
Javelina?
Javelina, October, November.
October.
So
That's
like
the
it's-
thing, dude. I genuinely don't feel like it ends.
It
It
doesn't.
doesn't end.
It just
If-
kind of keeps going.
If you want to add the UTMB or the World Championship, it doesn't end.
Yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
only do Western States, it's like October
Oh,
to June, right?
yeah.
And then June to October, you can just be chill, I guess.
But then in the US there is some pressure to go do a European race.
that's the
like
problem. Yeah.
OCC or whatever,
Hmm.
or CCC or UTMB.
Which are
even-
the real competitive ones, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I mean they're the big. Yeah, they're not cute. They're hard. I mean OCC is like a little cute. Yeah, and that UTMB shortened course is kind of cute too. That Ben did.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Hot take.
Ugh.
I mean, dude, ain't
Here we
nobody in
go.
that race, so that's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, I don't know. So then it is tough. It is tough. All right.
It's tough, dude.
Look, it's tough to be a pro trail runner. All right.
When you have to, but I agree to the point that Drew was making.
This is so bad.
Like it doesn't make sense to run 100 miles to qualify for 100 miles.
I agree.
It's just like it's so
That needs to get outta
unhealthy.
here.
and also like now the golden ticket, like Lake Sonoma used to be a golden ticket 50 miler. You know, like why not having a couple of extra golden tickets for like a 50 miles? Like
Preach.
Dude, but we also have, I feel like we have free agency in this. Like you can build your schedule to make it so you have like an off season. Like I
Totally,
always
yeah,
try to
I
do
agree.
that.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know,
I
like
agree.
December, January, February, I usually try to have off season where like maybe the training's still up, but you're on the skis or bike or whatever. It just means like you're not going to race Black Canyon
yeah,
or you don't open up until canyons. But
Mm.
I feel like that's the move. It's just sometimes hard to zoom out if like, dude, especially if you've had, like if you finished your season on a low note, you're just like hungry to get back out there.
Yeah.
And maybe that's
Yeah.
the time you need the most to like chill out.
that's such a good
Yeah.
point, dude. Yeah, but I agree. But then at the same time, like you find yourself in the position where like it's like all your coins are in canyons.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you just have to reframe. Like I feel like it could be stressful, but I'm trying to reframe it as like, well, like I'll just do my best to make it happen. And like,
Yeah.
I feel lucky to have something I care so much about
Yeah.
because I can't think of any job in my life right now where I would care that much about like a single day.
Right.
I agree, dude.
No
And
offense to
you're-
like other jobs. I'm sure
Yeah.
if you're passionate about a job, but I can't think of one right now for me
Yeah.
that would make me that fired up.
Yeah, dude. Like Q2 and Q3, the three readouts will really get you fired up. You know, like just like canyons.
Oh yeah, increasing shareholder value.
yeah, totally.
and you're gonna do awesome at canyons, and you're gonna be fresh, and like you're very smart with your season. But you also are like a very smart person that like plan this way. But if you get carried away, and now you add the 200 milers, you know, and like maybe people want to add a 200 miles to their calendar. It's like now it's like actually never ending.
Maybe somebody does.
Okay,
Yeah.
Adam, I actually want to double click on that. Like,
Okay.
what is the kind of like mindset for you that gets you that you like want to be to race to the best of your ability?
Yeah, I feel like it's nice to be like obviously feel really confident in your fitness.
Yeah.
Sometimes in ultra, I feel like that's a little funny. Like track, at least you have workouts that indicate it.
Totally.
Ultra, you run a lot all the time. You're kind of like worn down a little bit.
Totally.
But yeah, I think for me, if someone put this, some coach one time told me like everyone has a different excitement level that's like the best for
Mhm.
them before a race, like from 1 to 10, maybe 10 being the most excited. And I feel like I'm like a 5 or a 6. Like I want to be like pretty mellow.
Yeah.
Because dude, the race takes 8 hours at Canyons, right?
Totally.
8.5, I don't know, 8 hours.
Yeah.
Like if you're way too fired up, you're probably just gonna go out a little too hard.
Totally.
So I try to be like pretty calm, but that's like the vibe I strive for.
Yeah.
Easier said than done.
Totally.
It's easy to carry a bit of anxiety going into these things.
Totally.
Yeah.
Have there been races where you feel like you've really nailed it?
Oh yeah, I think so. You can feel it too. Like you just feel like this crazy calm come before
Mhm.
the race, and you're like, I got this. And that's like what you shoot for. Because then I feel like it's easier to get into like the flow state.
Totally.
You always want to, but dude, ultra is funny because it comes and goes too.
Totally.
You think you're gonna nail it, and then you're like going through it early
Yeah.
in the race, and then you're back better, and it just comes and goes so much. It's
Totally.
wild.
Totally.
I don't know. What about you guys? Are you more a mellow man or excited man?
I feel like we've probably talked about this a lot. I mean, like for me, I just have to be like aligned with like my personal values in the sport and like feel good about my life as a whole. And if I like come into a race feeling like good about where I'm at in my relationships, where I'm at with my friendships, confident in like who I am, it's like almost always the best outcome. And I think just because I don't know, you got to be willing to like really. It's like you were saying that like Worlds was hard, but from the outside, like you made it look so easy for literally everyone.
Mhm.
And then you like actually get into these races, and just like every race is so fucking hard.
They're hard.
They're so goddamn hard.
Yeah.
That like
It's true.
you have to have some levity and like just being like, all right, here I am. This is where I'm at, and like being able to like get through that. And I think when, at least for me, like if I'm too keyed up before a race, like it's hard to get into that state.
Yeah. Yeah, if you burn like too much energy in
Yeah.
training or
Totally.
even like the week of, there's a lot of logistics, and I feel like if you just don't allocate those well or what, you kind of get burnt on the start line.
For sure.
I definitely resonate and agree with what you said though, Adam, about feeling confident in your fitness leading into a race. Like that's goes such a long way when you're like, oh dude, like I know my training has been good, because then when you're in the race and people are like surging, it's kind of like, I'll take my chances, you know? Like I know I'm fit, so if they're like burning a match, I'm just gonna like let that go. So like for me personally, I'm coming off the stress fracture, you know, like mine was much later than yours, so I'm still like less than a year post stress fracture, and it is like weird. I'm still like in this, like I have like good days and then like I have like really weird days. Like the stress fracture is totally healed, but just like fitness wise,
Yeah.
it's weird.
Yeah, it's hard to see, like, because we all know the numbers that we're used to hitting. For
Dude, it's like
even easy days.
Yes.
And to see your paces be like plummeted, you're like,
Dude, it's
how will I
so
get back
weird.
to that?
It's like I'm, you know, yeah, because you've like when you're at the peak, like that is your new benchmark for like what would be impressive to do in a workout. So anything short of that is like underperforming. Like for
Dude.
me, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when I was doing like a return to run protocol and I had like 3 by 15 minutes or something, and I ran like 8-minute pace. Like this is my run. It's not even a workout.
yeah.
And my heart rate was like 170. But luckily
Yeah,
I've never
dude.
even worn a heart rate band before this. And I was like, I have a really high heart rate.
Which was true, you know?
But I thought it was like way higher than what it is now.
Dude, who knew?
That was the baseline.
Yeah.
Dude. I don't know if I have any other follow-up questions.
Do we have any
Dude,
topics?
yeah.
we wanna hit?
Well, we do
Any
have
hot-
some. We do have some. I polled the fans
Oh,
for some
There's
questions.
some hot takes, Seth.
No, I don't have any hot takes. I just
We have hot takes.
fan
yeah.
questions. Do we have an important one? What the hell is a buffalo cliff jump?
Oh gosh.
You got to explain this.
Oh yeah, I was talking about this in the early parts of the steady state before
Yeah.
it got
yeah.
really hard.
You can imagine. You can imagine who would have asked that question.
Wait, someone already asked that?
Yeah, they knew. Somebody was there.
It was
dude.
you.
It wasn't me.
Well, someone might know way better than me, but I don't even know why we're talking about this on the run.
I don't either.
But in some places, Montana, there's like 2 that I can think of. There's a place called a Pishkin, but it's a buffalo jump. And so the indigenous people in the area, they would do this thing. I don't know how often because it would kill a lot of buffalo, but they would round up buffalo. I'm imagining they have to be on horses, stampede them into a landmark where it would funnel them to all jump off a cliff.
okay.
And then you'd get like, I don't know how many, 50, 100 buffalo, and it food for really, really long time.
Yeah, how did this come up on the run, dude?
Yeah, I don't know. I was talking about
I
it.
don't
but
know. You
think
just started
Seth
talking
asked
about
me.
it.
Cade was
Yeah.
funneling
I had
all
never
of you
heard
to
of
the
it.
cliff.
I'd never heard of
Basically,
it.
yeah.
Maybe that was it. I think I said that sometimes these races feel like you're about to be in a buffalo jump, but then
yeah,
someone's
that's right.
not going to fall off the cliff.
Yeah.
Somebody's on the horse, just like funneling everybody else. Wow, that's
But-
a good method.
never heard
Yeah,
of that.
buffalo. It's called a Pishkin. There's Buffalo Jump State Park near Bozeman. There's one near Haver. Check them out.
Crazy.
Wow.
Wow,
Fire
Uh,
question.
Dude. All right, I got a
kind of
question.
dark.
I got a question here, real quick, rapid fire. Who was your favorite teammate in college? Not being Aaron.
These are all for me.
Yeah, these are all for you, dude.
My favorite teammate in college. Well, I got to give a shout out to Zach Perrin because he's about to move to
Okay.
Missoula.
Yeah, that's a good
fellow
answer.
trail man.
Cool.
Fellow built by John Fitzgerald now.
Mm.
New ad.
Built by John Fitzgerald.
Hashtag built by John.
Body by John.
Yeah, Zach Perrin. We were roommates for like 3 years. Fellow Montanan.
Nice.
He's the man.
This was from Tabor Hemming. So, did you run with Tabor?
Dude, yeah.
I think she maybe
For-
wanted you to say her. So,
Oh, it was Tabor.
yeah. Okay, we'll cut that out. All right, sweet. Dude, what else do I got?
We've talked about Zach before on the pod, but it's only a matter of time until he pops off.
Oh man, I was
He's
really
so
hoping
talented.
for him at Black Canyon because he had a really good training block. But yeah, he'll
It's only a
be
matter
there.
of time. It's
Yeah,
only a matter of time.
I know. I'm stoked.
We believe
I'm
in you,
stoked to
Zach.
train with him more. That'll be really fun.
All right, dude. Here we go. Pacers or no Pacers? Have we talked about this on the pod? I think we just riffed about it.
People is like
Oh,
people is
man.
just really into the pacer and no pacer thing right now.
I mean, it's kind of a hot topic. We all have opinions. What did you use Pacers for
I-
when you won states? And
Yeah, I
last
had
year?
a pacer at the end. I had Jeff McGavro.
Nice.
Shout out Jeff from
Great,
the River
great.
to the Finish.
Great
Dude, but
pacer.
last year I was gonna only have one pacer. But I was kind of having a day like walking it in, and so my friend just hopped in and walked with me from Forest Hill to the river. It was really cool.
That's sweet.
What's my opinion on that though?
Yeah. Do you like them?
Oh, dude,
Remember,
I mean,
Jim- get out of
Jim's
there.
listening. Remember,
for sure. Like, I don't know. I think trail running's unique in that you have races where you can do this. You can have pacers, and like in my opinion, the end of the day, like we're trying to be competitive, but we're also trying to like create lifelong memories, maybe with our friends
Well.
if we want to.
I'm with you, dude.
And I feel like, sure, like UTMB doesn't allow that. That's their thing. But I think having that at Western States is a neat thing. But I guess I see the argument too. Like if you're coming from Europe, how are you going to find a pacer? But Western States does allow like you're able to find pacers.
but by that logic, it's like, well, how are you going to find a crew? And it's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you're going to get your
It's like
people
we're not
together.
charging you carbon offset emissions to come over here and run Western
Whoa.
States.
There you go.
But you know
The
what?
belt
Like,
buckle alone costs
All right,
$400.
bring a friend, you know?
this just makes
How much
me.
water does it take to make the belt buckle?
That thing's heavy, dude. Especially yours. Isn't the champions one like
No,
gold,
I think
like
it's-
the Cougars gold or
WWE.
something?
Yeah, it's like
Like-
WWE one.
Super sized, dude.
Oh my goodness. Dude, do you have your cougar hang like somewhere in your house?
I have it. Yeah, I have
Where-
it.
It's on the nightstand.
It's in my bedroom on my dresser.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
You don't have it like.
And then
in
I
the
have
open?
I wore a bracelet last year that like this like 10-year-old girl sold me right before the race that says Western like WSCR. So I put that
Oh,
around
nice.
the Cougar's neck.
That's
Because
Nice.
last year was like significant in some ways, but I didn't really come away with any hardware.
Yeah.
Came away with some software,
But
I guess.
yeah, I don't know. I think the pacer thing is like I don't think pacers provide enough of an advantage to like ban them.
Dude, and especially at races like states, like that was how I got to see the race. Like I crewed for Drew, paced for like, or I crewed for you, Matt. Like, I don't know. It's a really cool way to like be up close and be part of someone's day before you get your chance to run. Be sad to see that go away.
All right, so I'm gonna get blasted by the people who listen to this. Okay, here's my pitch though. I'm not. I love pacers. I will use them as long as they're available. Dude, at what point do you call your pacers off? Like, if you're like 5 deep going across No Hands Bridge, are you like, now we gotta like, it's just us. Like pacers, we're calling you off. You know what I mean? Like, if it's competitive, you don't want like. Because otherwise, I block the trail. I send my pacer up the trail, right in front of Jim. I make a move, and have him like trip up. You know what I mean? Like, what? You know, you
Here's
gotta
the
get
thing.
like. At what point are you getting your pacer out of the way?
I don't think you. So that's the thing about trail running. Every race has their own rules with pacers, and if the race allows pacers, that's part of the game. That's part of the race.
Okay, so we can use it. We can use pacers as strategy.
I think so.
But I got a beer with Canyon Woodward after
Yeah.
Black Canyon because I wouldn't say he's anti-pacer, but I think he
Seems
did.
like it to me.
He did bring this forward.
He's very passionate about not having pacers.
He had a good point.
Yeah.
He agreed with me. Like we're all trying to make lifelong
Sure,
memories
sure,
here with
sure.
friends, but his point was like he definitely felt like it left some room for cheating if
Ooh.
that was the route someone wanted to go. So like, what if your pacer had like a squirt gun in their backpack? Maybe that's a bad example, but
That's
a
like
bunch of
muling.
water,
Oh yeah.
and they're like pouring it on you when no one's looking.
Dude, these are great ideas.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
That's-
it
that's
does
not
give you
allowed.
like room to.
That's
cheat,
not allowed?
unfortunately.
No, but like for real, like your pacer cannot like
No,
pour
there's
water
no
on you.
muling. That's considered.
I think you can-
that's
But,
considered
like-
I think that is
muling.
considered
But like,
muling.
shouldn't we start by having doping control at all these races? Like
Good point.
like
That's true.
like most golden ticket races don't have drug testing.
It's a good point.
You know, if somebody's if we're worried about folks cheating, like there's so many higher impact ways for people to cheat if they want to.
Yeah, I
True.
don't think that
Yeah.
carrying extra water will
Yeah.
necessarily be.
I like where your head's at though.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I think my take on this is that pacing and crewing at Western States is like such a meaningful experience.
Mm-hmm.
And like honestly, like one of my top 5 athletic experiences was actually like pacing Seth at Black Canyon last year.
Oh, yeah, that was so fun.
Like it was so cool to see and be there for it. And like I do find myself though with these races where pacers have not been a historic part of the race,
Mm-hmm.
which is a lot of golden ticket races. Like I feel like it's only the last handful of years where people are really bringing pacers to like Black Canyon.
Yeah.
I would be okay with there not being pacers at races like that.
So-
but I
so-
think like at Western, I think it would be a real shame for pacers to be taken away from Western States
Yeah,
because it's just been such a core part of the race for the history of the race.
I agree. What all golden ticket races allow pacers? Is it just
I think it's just
Javelina
Air
and
Vipa.
Black Canyon?
Yeah, just air viper races.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Canyons does not.
Does not.
At least
yeah.
for the 100K.
That's right.
I don't know about.
Hmm.
I guess that's not a golden ticket race, the 100-mile, but
Yeah, yeah.
not sure.
I do. I feel like
No.
it's Western States, like it mostly started for safety reasons, right? Like for people at night and like making sure your athlete doesn't go off course. But it's getting to the point to where this race is getting so fast at the front end, where I think it is still there for safety
agree.
reasons. Like,
I agree.
I mean, getting overheated, like just like, I mean, I don't know. There's points when Hayden was pacing me over the last bit in 2019 where I like had the spins so bad. I was barely staying on the trail, you know, and Hayden was like, you know, kind of like
Buffalo
making sure,
jump.
yeah, you know, making sure I was still like not, you know, not going off trail and, you know, taking a nap on the side of the trail or dying or something like that. So yeah, I think it's for the safety reasons for a 100-miler at that level and that heat, that kind of course, probably a good thing.
I agree. I think UTMB is like leaving some money on the table though. Imagine like,
Pacer bib.
yeah, imagine how much they can make with pacer bibs in the whole series and like at UTMB Mont Blanc, like you charge what, like 300, 350 per
Oh
pacer?
my god,
Pacer
dude!
carbon credit.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, perfect. Dude.
It is.
Hey, we should get a commission here. We're just giving them great ideas.
Yeah.
Dude, I do
We
feel like
should start our own race. What the heck?
it's totally possible.
Oh yeah,
No,
you have experience.
I have
in this.
experience in
You
this.
want to help us?
I could help you.
All right,
Yeah.
sweet.
I will say, didn't Courtney DeWalter win states without a pacer?
Probably.
I don't
Maybe
think
more.
anyone could have kept up, dude.
Dude, I mean, that's pretty stone cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I say all that about a pacer, how cool
Jim
it is,
too,
but when
yeah.
you do it without one, that's
So-
pretty.
oh
Like
yeah,
it's kind of a
That's
flex.
badass,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
especially that pace.
Didn't Jim set the course record without a pacer? Or did he have a pacer?
I think he did set it with no pacer.
And the first year he did it, when he was about to break the course record, he had a pacer and the guy had GI distress, dropped him, and Jim went the wrong way. So if he had a pacer with him that day, it could have turned
Dang.
out differently. I
It's
don't
true.
know.
It's true.
It's important to wait. The pacer had GI distress.
The pacer had GI
I
distress.
think Jim gave the
It
pacer
is-
GI distress.
Yeah, for real.
That sounds more accurate.
I will say it is very important to pick your pacers appropriately. I feel like we've all heard the story where your pacer gets dropped and then your crew's like waiting around for them.
Mm.
You know? I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah. Dude, somebody wants to know about running with the Buffaloes, which was way before your time, but they want to know about Wetmore. What was it like running for Coach Wetmore?
Oh, dude. Yeah, I ran for Colorado a while ago. Now it was like 2013 to 2018. But Coach Wetmore and Coach Burrows, they were awesome. Like, I think what you read in running with the Buffaloes is they seemed a little bit more old school then, and like obviously they evolved in the 15 years since then. But I really like them. I mean, Wetmore's like a very smart guy. I thought our training was like really, really smart. And like he's a really funny guy. I think people don't realize that about him. And he's an older guy, so sometimes he'd be grumpy, like not happy
Fair.
with us being like he would always call the women's team, and then he would call the men's team the boys team. And I guess that was kind of deserving, but I do feel like sometimes we like drove him crazy.
That's great.
Did you guys
Yeah.
work out on mags?
You know, we did a lot early on, and as the time went on, it was less and less, which I was bummed at because like when I visited in high school, I ran mags with the team.
Right, part of the allure.
Oh, dude, it was so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like amazing up there.
Do you have any good ones out there? Or, like-
I have averaged sub 6 for 18 at mags one time.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
That's tough.
that was awesome. I dropped Riley Masters. He was so mad.
Hammer's hanging out there, dude.
Dang.
Oh, the hammer was hanging. And then I was like injured the next day. Of course, it was like automatic karma. My Achilles was so messed up, but yeah, had a good mags. You know, we'd usually run out at like Neva Road or north of here.
Oh, yeah.
Coot Lake.
Yep.
Yeah. But we did a lot of runs at 6-minute pace. That was like the bread and butter. 18 at 6-minute pace.
Easy work, dude.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see the heart rate data now because it definitely wasn't zone 2. And I think that was the intention.
Wait, was this was during the time Klecker was on the team?
Dude,
So
and
were
the
those
Klecker
Klecker
were
miles?
hard, man. He would run. He's just kind of I don't want to say a different league because that makes it sound like we don't believe in ourselves. But I mean, he broke 13 minutes for the 5K, and I didn't break 14.
Yeah, okay.
So like his easy days running 620s, it kind of like worked the rest of us.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
When do we think Klecker is going to enter the ultra world?
dude, I feel like we'll see him if he was to do it. I think it would be the 50-mile road
I do
because
too.
that was
This
his
is
dad's
dad's.
old. Yeah,
That'd be so cool.
so cool.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll go to trail? No, just ultra. Just
I don't
road.
think he'd go to trail. I mean, we would run some trails together, and I just got the vibe that, yeah, I don't think he liked it as much as some of us did. But we'd run like the Mesa Trail sometimes.
That's
yeah,
fair.
Morgan Pearson didn't really like running trails either, but like I feel like all these people would be good at them if they wanted to be. I just don't know if he wants to do that.
I feel like Morgan Pearson likes being on the indoor trainer more than running
Oh
trails.
yeah, you
know?
got to get him on the pod for some hot takes.
Does he have hot takes? I believe,
yeah.
I bet he does.
Yeah, a hot take
my
episode.
goodness. Dude, I love his every single one of his Instagram videos where it's like some insane amount of watts or some
Zone
crazy.
1.
Yeah, he's like 480 watts, zone 2, like 6 hours, and they're like,
It made him famous.
it did make him famous. Oh man, that's
It was
great,
too easy. Yeah.
dude.
But yeah, no, I had a good time running at Colorado for sure. Yeah.
I'm jealous, man. I would have loved to run for Colorado, but I was probably about 3 minutes too slow on my 5K, so couldn't make it happen. Dude, a lot of people asking what your UHOG ranking is, but I don't think you know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
You don't know about U-Hog, dude?
I mean, I
Ultra
think
Hog of the Year?
No one asked that.
Rankings are already popping
I'm
off,
certain
dude.
that no one asked
Drew
that.
just got on, dude.
Yeah,
Official
we had
nomination
somebody
after Big
ask,
Alta,
man.
dude.
He is
I see
out
it.
there.
Which,
It's right there.
Oh my
uh,
God.
you know, it's probably good of Max to be calling attention to, like, you know, those sweet Nike half tights. They might be juicing the hog, you know? Might not be fair, dude.
That is something that's interesting is you haven't been memed that much.
Not
Me?
Yeah.
not yet.
I know. Yeah.
coming. You're on
We'll
the pod
see.
now.
Yeah, I guess that's like yeah, maybe if I do really well in one of these races, it's coming. Or on this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, you're sitting on the couch, so it's coming.
Max, Joe
Oh, no.
Liff Unsolicited Memes is listening, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't follow. So
Oh, oops. Don't say that. We're going to edit that out, dude.
That's literally
Edit
like-
that out.
If
You're
you-
literally going to get
you
me
follow
this
tonight.
week, dude.
If you say that or you say his name 3 times, it
Oh,
appears.
it's like that game.
He doesn't like when people don't follow him, dude.
Man.
It's true.
Yeah.
Just give him a follow. Give him a follow right after.
Yeah,
this.
I'll follow you
We,
immediately.
I said you can edit this part
And
probably
he can be
just to be
included in
safe.
the fluffy
No, I'm
rankings.
definitely sending this to him for sure.
Oh God.
Oh, man.
Are you him?
no,
he actually
no,
reveals
no, no.
himself.
We were joking around about this
He
last
revealed
week.
himself, didn't he?
No,
Yeah.
no,
No, dude.
he
No?
just, we don't know who he is.
I thought he
but
had a video saying like
No,
he's
that
like
was
walking on the
Dillism's.
beach.
Dude,
was
that was
Dillism's.
Dillism's.
That was Dillism's.
Yeah.
They're all
Never
out there,
mind.
man.
Dude, it
Yeah.
was uncanny after last week though, because we recorded the pod and the next day
I hadn't released it yet.
we hadn't released it, and he released a carousel that was the exact same topics we had talked about in order.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So
it might be
maybe
somebody on this page.
maybe
Or
it's
on
here.
an
It
inside
could be
job.
Matt, dude.
That's not me.
Okay, wait. Who do you think would be between Moy and Matt? Between Moy and Matt, who do you think it's gonna be? Because I feel like Adam, you could do it, but I don't think you're doing it.
I'm not doing it. I don't
No.
know. I'm not doing it. I'm not that funny, dude.
It
I
could
don't even know
be-
how to make memes.
This-
You know?
Yeah.
No,
That's
my,
exactly what
Moy
someone
knows
who
that.
does it would say.
No, my humor is different.
Okay,
Plus,
So
you
it's
would
not me.
never like, you know, make fun of Killian like that, dude.
that's a good point.
Yeah, it can't.
That's
be more.
also true.
Can't be more.
You know, I'm a big fan of
Yes.
Killian. Who is winning
Who isn't?
Western State
Who
this
isn't?
year? Yeah, well,
Who's winning Western States?
this year,
He
yeah,
says Killian is.
and UTMB. Dude, it's 2011 all
Maybe
over.
UTMB.
The
dude.
double.
That's because UTMB is easy. I think.
It's cute.
I think it's cute.
I mean, yeah,
Man.
I agree, dude.
Yeah.
You just have to do it.
Dude, all right, one more question about states. Last year somebody was asking this. What, like, obviously you won Western States in 2022. That changed your life, I'm sure. Was there like anything from last year, like toughing it out and finishing, that are you like, I don't know, like how does that feel? Like, are you equally like as proud of it as 2022, or what's the feeling around it?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think I probably don't handle failure that well because I feel like I'm definitely not like I did finish. Like I'm proud that I gutted it out, but I'm still definitely more proud of the win because it was just like such a better performance for me. Like last year was just kind of perplexing. Like we were running together, and then it was like my quads just totally gave out, and I don't really know why. But I am proud to have like gutted it out. Like, I don't know. I think it's important to finish what you started when it's like something as important as Western States. And then I've had like other races. Like I think all of us feel that way sometimes during ultra when it's really shitty. Like you just want to drop out. And going through that at Western States, I did have that feeling again at Worlds at one point, and I was like, well, I'm not going to drop out. Like I don't drop out. And obviously that's not true. I'm sure I'll drop out someday, but I felt like it was like helpful to have that like mental fortitude,
dude.
But yeah, I don't know. It was cool seeing like in hindsight now, like seeing both sides of it. Like I've seen the front and I've also seen like mid pack now, dude. I mean, mad respect to all these people that do Western States and it takes that long or longer, because I'm sure they feel just like that. Like it wasn't like I was in more pain than like all these other citizens doing the race. Like it's really hard,
dude. That was so inspiring to see. Like there are very few champions and like
I can't think of
goats.
one.
I mean, Courtney, like at UTMB.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or like Abby Hall at UTMB, I think like 2 years ago.
Finished, you know?
Yeah, Drew and Jeff McGavro at UTMB.
Legends.
Out there on a bro mosey.
But dude, someone who's like won the race and then to like for your next appearance, like you're walking it in. That's so epic, dude.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say like I wanted to feel really proud of the finish, but I was still like so disappointed. I don't know. But that's okay. Like it's okay to be upset with something
100%.
for a really long time.
I agree. For a full year, even.
But I do think that those moments have like a lot more impact on the rest of the community than we maybe think.
100%,
Like,
dude.
I agree.
There were more folks or as many folks that came out for Courtney at UTMB to see her just finish as there were when Ruth went through for the win last year. And like just the number of folks that have come up to me, Adam, and like when we're talking about states from last year and have like mentioned that like that was something that they were really impressed by, is you just like getting it done. Like it doesn't feel good, and obviously like I'm sure you're gonna like fucking win the race this year because it's been like just like living rent free in the back of your mind for the last 9 months. But still really sick to see you get it done.
Yeah,
So.
thanks, dude. And I think it speaks to the Western States like ecosystem or whatever you'd call it, like especially the volunteers,
dude.
Because I truly tried to drop out like 2 times, and they were like they just coerced me.
They
to
wouldn't
keep
let
going.
you.
And like I think it was a perfect storm because I'm like kind of stubborn, but also like if someone's like, no, like you have to finish, I'll be like, God, okay, like fine, I'll get it done. And so there were like 2 volunteers specifically at mile like 70 and mile 85 that were like, no, like you can't drop out here, it's impossible. And rather than me like arguing with them, I'm just like, God dang it, like why is it here that I had to drop out? Like why couldn't it have been somewhere more convenient?
Yeah.
And
But
like,
they just let you.
They were one wasn't lying, but one was like stretching the truth a little bit.
Wait, dude, was Hal Kerner telling you can't drop out?
I wasn't gonna
At
drop
85?
out.
Okay.
There was, I think at 85,
I don't remember.
I
how
just
it was.
like, dude, I took a pee and it was like straight crimson. It was insane. And a lot of it.
Maybe should have dropped out.
To the point where I was like freaked.
Yeah.
And so then I was with my pacer, Chris Brown, and I was like, dude, I just peed like straight blood. And in hindsight, I learned that it's not blood. You're a nurse.
I don't know what it is.
It's like when you squeeze a burger, it's like the juice that comes out. It's like myoglobin,
Oh, okay.
not blood.
It's just it was
like-
whatever.
Some mild rap.
I think it was my quads, like being like how my quads had so much muscle damage. That was like being peed out of me.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
Yeah.
But dude, it's truly looked like wine. And so I was
You're
like,
upcycling it, dude.
I was like, Chris, I peed blood. And he's like, nah, dude, like, you're fine. And then I
That's
was
the
like,
color it's supposed
I was like,
to
I'm
be.
going to tell the doctor at the aid station because we're like 200 meters away.
yeah.
Mhm.
And he's like, no, don't do that. And I was like, all right. And then I got to the aid and I was like, in my head, I'm like, if I tell the doctor, I can stop.
That's my way out.
This is
Yeah.
my way out. Kind of like when Seth ran into the tree at Broken Arrow. I was like, this is my way out. So I told the doctor and she was like the same as Chris. She was like, you seem fine though. I was like, dude,
Come
I'm
on.
not. She's like,
So
"Why don't
you tried.
I tried to drop out. And she's like, no, like we can't have you stop here. Like just take a nap, drink some broth. And then I did do that and like 30 minutes later peed and it looked a little bit better. And then she was like, well, why don't you finish, but like don't run anymore. I think your muscles are really damaged. And I'm like,
You think?
yeah, you don't need to tell me twice that I'm not gonna run anymore. I'm like done with this. So
You would have
yeah,
hit the 80,000 on the CK machine, had
Dude,
you been
maybe
tossed in, just
there was
like some
yeah, 'cause
mile.
you had to spend some time in the ER, right?
I did, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Were you peeing blood?
I will just say that like my drug testing pee looked a little bit like Starbucks cold brew.
Oh God.
Yum.
The
Yeah.
density.
The
Not good.
density. Oh, dude. Wait, so you've never dropped out of a race?
No, only that one time in a skimo race, my skins fell off within like literally 1 second of starting.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so stupid. And I just like didn't continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Well,
doesn't count,
that
dude.
slides, dude.
Like it was as if you start a bike race and your bike just like decombusted
Yeah, it's like
in the first second.
I'm out.
But
Yeah.
that's kind of what happened to you at Western with your quads.
Yeah, true, but that would have been like 1 mile in the States.
Going up the escarpment,
Uh-huh.
just
I would have
that
dropped out if
happened.
that
Gotcha.
happened.
Yeah.
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 Wild.
Dude, it's that Montana tough.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I think we're all capable of it. You just have to walk. Like it wasn't that hard. It was just like kind of painful. Like your body's starting to kind of like collapse under you.
Yes.
And even walking that far, you start to like I had this
Did you
like,
walk
habit.
40 miles?
Yeah, probably like 35 or 40. But
That's a lot of time. That's a lot of miles to walk.
dude, yeah.
Like I can't.
Hopefully that
I
doesn't
can't
happen
imagine.
again.
Was there
Nah,
ever a
dude.
moment though where you were like, I can't finish, or was it more of just like my ego can't handle this, or like
Oh,
I just
yeah.
don't want to?
At mile 70, I was
Okay.
like, I can't go 30 more.
Yeah,
I've like
yeah.
been walking forever.
Damn, dude.
And then they gave me
So
like a
impressive.
single Tylenol and I ate like a enchilada or something. I was like, we're back, baby.
Did you try running or it was
Dude,
like,
and then I ran again for like 5 miles.
Whoa.
It was amazing. Really slow.
Yeah.
Really slow. And then and then all these things just started feeling worse and worse, and the peeing blood happened, and then I like couldn't run anymore.
Dude.
went into limp mode?
Dude, exactly. Limp mode. I can't believe you remember
I
that.
do remember that.
Yeah.
dude.
Like what diesel trucks do when they run out of fluid.
Yeah. You're good with these sayings, dude. Like where the hammer hangs. File them away, dude.
Yeah, you guys got to have some sayings that you can call back to. I'm sure you all do.
Can't repeat them.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. I don't have any sayings. I don't think.
No more questions, dude?
No, oh, dude. I mean, we have like,
For the Peter God?
dude. We have a lot of.
In the
questions.
meantime, Peter God, what is a hot take that you would like to leave us
Oh, I
with?
love the hot takes.
Like,
Can you prompt me? Because that might help me.
UTMB, athlete contracts,
bonuses, prize money, carbon.
overrated athletes.
Well, I feel is this a hot take? Or I don't know. I feel like sometimes we all like complain about stuff, but our lives are amazing. Like so, for example,
That's not that is accurate. I
like
think.
I am full pro now, but I have been working like a 10-hour a week job for Mike Foote with the Ruts.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the last like
Shout out, Mike.
Well,
year
you're
to
doing
5
that
years.
now.
I'm only helping at the rut at the race this
Okay,
year.
okay.
So I'm like, I am full pro.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
And I just
nice.
feel like it's funny, like having the 10-hour-a-week job. And that's like your frame of reference. You're like, oh, I'm so busy with this 10-hour-a-week job. I just want to be full pro. It's crazy how like you become this way. It's kind of disappointing that I'm this way. Like I need to be full pro because like we just have it so good. So I just want to acknowledge that I realize how privileged I am to be full pro.
What have you been doing in those extra 10 hours a week?
Dude, I cook a lot more because that's like I said, a problem with me.
Because
It's
you
hard
didn't
for me
have
to
enough.
fuel enough.
You didn't have enough
So I'm
time.
cranking out these. I got a 1-pot recipe book, so I'm
Nice.
just cranking these things out all the time.
You like instant potting them, or is this like slow
No, it's
cooker?
just in a like,
Okay.
giant
With
pot.
fire, like
Nice.
with he's chopping
Yeah, I
the
have a fire.
wood
Ah,
and
yeah.
like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
has time, you know.
Oh yeah, like
Montana
style.
things. He's like that dude that Martin Duchard guy or whatever YouTube video. He's just like spends the whole day
Oh, yeah,
cooking.
just cooking.
Yeah.
building
Outdoor
his-
boys?
Building his little.
The what?
Outdoor boys.
Oh no, that's
No, but somebody told me
Kate.
about Outdoor Boys, and I need to watch
No,
this.
Jeshrin.
Jesh was telling us
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Outdoor Boys.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a really good watch.
Dude, but Adam, to your point, like, I think and Seth, you're getting kind of close, but like, you're the only like full pro person on the couch that like doesn't work another job.
Mm.
You know, so it's like, it's pretty rare.
Yeah, I feel like it's rare.
Yeah.
Well, like on our run, Seth on our run today, who would have
Yeah.
been full pro? A few of those
Hans.
guys.
Hans.
All Hoka guys.
Chris
Hoka's
Meyer.
very
I think
money.
Chris is all pro.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Do you not doing any?
That's it?
contracting anymore.
he didn't make it seem like he was, but I don't know.
But yeah, it's quite a privilege. Like I saw your video the other day, Adam, where you're saying like calling out like, "Here, I'm a dad. I really didn't want to run it." Like you had some day, I guess.
Oh, yeah, but
And
that's
you
like,
still got it in. I
Yes.
feel like that's like more impressive and more relatable than sometimes this like full pro grind complaint.
it's just hard in a different way. You know what I mean? Because the closest I've been was I used to coach and run. But Matt, you coach full time. It's occupies a lot of time,
Yeah.
a lot of mental stress. But I imagine, like they say that thing about like everyone return. Well, not everyone, but like most people return to like a baseline happiness of like 7. You know, so it's like I don't know, like you'll feel busy even though you don't work a full-time job because of like, oh, I had to go to the store and it like took extra time, or like I helped my dad or mom more with something because I have this extra time. So you still feel busy, I'm sure, you know, or cooking your 1-pot recipes. You feel
Yeah.
busy, you know?
Yeah, I will confirm that. Kind of like on days I work, I can like work like a 10-hour shift, get my run in, make dinner, go home, like all this stuff, and I'm like dialed. And then days that I don't work and like I have all day. If I have like one chore, so today I went grocery shopping and I was like, I'm so busy. Like, how can I run and nap and grocery shop all
And
in the
nap.
same day?
Yeah.
And pick up and like do the pod. I was like, oh, I only have like 4 hours till the pod. What am I gonna do? So I do kind of like get the whole like when you're like
Yeah.
full-time pro, like my full-time pro days, I feel so busy when I'm not actually busy.
It's probably cool though, because you can travel freely, you know? And
Yeah,
it's not
that was
like-
kind of like what led me to do that. Really was like, yeah, like you just don't want to miss some of these opportunities if
Yeah.
Hoka has a camp or if I want to do something like that. And yeah, you just don't want to feel like guilty for leaving behind your small part-time job, even though if you're just doing it for fun. So yeah, but it's funny. Like I did retire from running, like quit the sport after college and had a full-time job. And I remember thinking like, I can still run. Like there's 16 hours in a day where I'm awake and I work for 8 of those. Like I'm not running 8 hours a day. And I remember I used to always have that mentality. And it's funny to, like Seth said exactly, when you don't have that mentality, I don't know where that time goes, but you feel busy regardless.
Yeah.
evaporates. What'd you do? What was your job?
It wasn't, I mean, I was only doing that for a while, but I was like worked for the Forest Service, and then I worked for and then I did have a bit of work because I was doing events work for Runner's Edge events, which is in Missoula, and coaching at Hellgate High School. So it all summed up to like, I guess at that point it wasn't full time, but the Forest Service job and this retail job I had was full time.
Dude, what were you doing for the Forest Service? That's dope.
Oh, dude, it was in New Mexico. It was awesome. You just hike around, and I was working on cattle allotments, making sure that cattle weren't overgrazing. But it was insane. A lot of my job was just hiking to these really remote areas where Mexican spotted owls lived, and I would take pictures of the grass to make sure it wasn't getting overgrazed. It was
Dang.
amazing.
Dude, that's awesome.
That does sound
Yeah.
sweet.
What does it mean, like overgrazed? Just like the
The
cow.
cattle are just eating way too much of
eating too much
of the
grass.
grass. Yeah, but
Oh.
in those places where the owls live, they never went up there.
Is that the responsibility of the Forest Service to manage or the rancher?
It's a responsibility of the rancher, but the Forest Service has to check on it. So sometimes the ranchers like didn't really like me, but then they see me and they're like, oh, this guy actually knows, like he has no skin in the game. They don't like the district ranger. Yeah, it's interesting.
Makes
But
sense.
for the most part, the relationships were really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Maybe why that was like the foundation. Well, you did run in colleges.
Yeah.
So
But then I hiked a lot. Yeah.
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 Good to know our taxpayer dollars are going towards taking pictures of owls.
Oh, yeah.
grass.
it's better than
Although
some
not
of this other
much.
stuff. That's
It's not like I was making bank. Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
good, man.
That is cool,
Formative job.
dude.
I'd
I
rather
would love
be.
to have that
I'd
job.
rather the taxpayer dollars go into that than these jokers standing around at the airport. You know what I mean?
for sure.
Yeah. Or like war.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we're starting to get political.
Wouldn't want that.
Very
cool.
Whoa. At least this time the listeners will get us for like an hour and a half before it gets political.
Any other hot take?
I want to hear a hot take from Seth because I feel like that's his MO and I haven't heard any.
Dude, I've said all my hot takes
Or a Matt.
already.
I heard Matt might have some.
Matt has a lot.
Or was that already our Western States talk?
Yeah, we'll just say that was the Western States talk.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I already said my hot take that if they didn't, I wouldn't be upset if there was no Pacers.
Okay, this is not a hot take, but it is a take. We need to axe canyons from a golden ticket race.
Oh my
And-
gosh!
and-
What?
And the big Alta
This year?
and the big Alta 100K needs to become,
Why don't they just
uh,
add it in?
or we could add it in.
Add it
Yeah,
in.
I think take away the
Javelina's
European-
out.
I just
take away
think
the
canyons
European
like
golden ticket race.
we don't
Take away the European.
Yeah.
Take away.
no but like
Just all Americans.
but
Yeah.
like canyons
That's how it
All
used to
in
be.
Texas. All in Texas, huh?
Go into Texas one. I don't think golden ticket races need to be on the other side of the pond.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah, no, I agree.
They
I mean,
used to not be in
Yeah, at the
races
end-
just as competitive.
it's just like it's just like it's just like
you're
cute
saying
American
that
Julian
race.
found his way over here.
You're
you
saying
know?
the Europeans are adding no
Value.
competitive
No,
value.
they
to this
are,
race.
but an American that's just as good would be in the race. If
Well,
it was
also,
in the US.
half these people just pass it down. They don't even freaking
That's
want to
what
run
I'm
the
saying.
race. Dude.
Okay,
Like,
here's my hot take for today. Western States is losing its
Even
whatever you wanna
Americans
call
over
it.
there. Rachel's like, nah, I'm
everybody's
good. Pass
everybody's
it
like
on.
denying their tickets. These
Everybody's
days.
in it. I mean, dude,
It's
like
crazy. It's
the
going down to
winner-
five deep in the women's race. at
the
Keontae.
winner is not coming back.
Who took
It's
it on the
crazy.
women's side?
Courtney passed it, right?
It was
Rachel passed it.
Yeah, so
England?
yep,
yeah.
and Lauren Piretz, who was fifth.
One and fifth.
Yep.
But dude, like, yeah, I mean, Western States was cute, but it's getting even cuter. Like, winner's
Actually,
not back.
You know,
Like, people is just like not even showing up to the race, dude.
yeah.
Ben was on to something.
Do you know?
Wow.
It's my hot
Wow,
take.
that is
Ben
the hot
may have
take.
been right.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's getting
Wow.
late. This is how you know. It's almost 9 p.m. here.
Whoa.
Just spitting.
Well, you got some hot takes
baloney out
there.
of my
Yeah,
mouth.
that's the hot take.
Yeah,
that
that
I
was,
get
a,
for.
that was a hot take.
If you made it this far, you know, this was the whole
It's
point.
all worth it.
That's gonna
Yeah.
be the title of the episode. Is why golden tickets shouldn't, why Europeans shouldn't. No, I don't know. I'll workshop it.
Why there should be no golden ticket races in Europe
Yes.
But
across the pond.
like
across the
Europe,
pond.
Europe, New Zealand, and also like no in Asia. Like they should be all in America.
I like the Asian.
In Texas.
I don't know.
in
Texas.
Western States has always been kind of like, I know they're like getting more and more international people. I'm not saying like we need to be excluding people from other countries and stuff, but the Golden Ticket series, like when it was in the US, it was like a really cool thing for us here in the US. And like a lot of US athletes got their start by getting golden tickets here and not having to, fly all the way out to Italy and to turn one down and then be fifth to get a golden ticket. I don't know. It's just like
I mean, to your point, there's plenty of internationals in the MLB. It's all in the U.S. for the most part. Like people
Yeah.
will come.
I
People will
just think
come.
the competition, it's not going to dilute the competition any by keeping it in the US, is my opinion.
I think they should add more golden tickets in the US for sure. Like
And-
there should be like at least 3 more.
There needs to definitely be one on the East Coast. They
And
keep
Big
like
Alta.
putting one
Yeah.
there and then getting rid of it.
Like grindstone.
Yeah, but get
Yeah.
rid of Javelina and Canyons and add in
Why canyons? That's like
Okay,
on the
okay.
Western States coast.
Okay,
Exactly.
Can I make my
Pitch,
my
pitch.
pitch? Here's my pitch. So, first off, it's too close to the race.
Agreed.
Like you can't empty the tank 110% at canyons and have enough time to recover unless you're a freak.
I did it.
I know you did.
No,
but
he
did you have to
didn't.
empty
He
the tank?
emptied
Okay.
110%.
At canyons, I was dude.
Okay.
in
Okay.
shambles.
Okay. Great. There's
He's a
so
god-
many
he's a
people
god.
who
He's a
get
god.
golden tickets at canyons.
I was
and
going
then,
to take the ticket. I wasn't going to do it,
oh,
and then I changed my mind.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Built
Incredible.
different. It
But
didn't
he's-
work for me.
But he's a god. He's a god. I actually don't think that like we need another race on the course before the actual race on the course.
Kind of like a dress rehearsal, though.
I know, but like you don't get to do a dress rehearsal for every other golden ticket. Anyway, so that's the second piece. And then the third is just we've got enough UTMB races that are golden tickets. And like this is such an honor to give a race a golden ticket, and it like elevates that race, and it's good for our sport. And other races that put on golden ticket races, the coverage is much better because they invest in the coverage, and UTMB does not. And so I just think that like there's an opportunity to like elevate the stature of a race, and like make people like really like follow along.
Dude, here's the other thing about canyons. To your point, the poison oak is so bad
so bad.
that people get it so bad they can't freaking race, like Lin Chen.
Yeah.
Number one. And number two, busing everyone to China Wall. It's like, dude, can we just start downtown and finish downtown? Like the year we did it, it was a loop.
There was a
It's
loop
amazing.
when you did
It
it.
was great.
Yeah, dude, it's like they're trying to create a festival atmosphere. It's like,
That
dude,
bus ride is tough.
it's
That's-
stupid, dude.
that
There's
bus
nobody
ride
there.
F
Like,
you up.
Oh, it's so bad, especially when your Airbnb is 2 hours away.
Wait, Adam, did you take the bus 2 years ago?
No, I was on a shuttle.
Oh,
With
how'd you get
Hoka,
that
special
shuttle?
shuttle.
Oh,
But I didn't had that year.
special treatment.
But the years before that,
oh,
I-
interesting.
I didn't take the shuttle the years before.
Really, equality all around. You know,
Adam Peterman canceled
Cancel me. I was
Peter
in
Gunn.
the van.
He took the shuttle.
Yeah, I got special treatment. That's for sure. And Aaron did too. But it was the year I did well. It finished at China Wall, and it
That's
was
right.
net
It was
uphill.
uphill. That was a cool course.
jealous. Yeah, I'm just
But I didn't get any poison oak.
Oh, see, Peter Gunn.
crazy.
Like I think
mean,
I had like I don't know,
last
maybe
year,
like a
like
little scab
everybody
on my
got it,
leg or
dude. It was
something.
terrible.
Every year, it's like I'm on
But-
prednisone.
Huh.
It sucks.
My dad's immune to poison ivy though, and so
Oh,
I might
dang.
have this in
Interesting.
my blood because he said when he was a kid he took his shirt off, rolled around in poison ivy
Didn't
to
get it.
show his friends that he's not like whatever, doesn't react to it, and he didn't.
your dad's a badass,
Yeah,
dude.
That's impressive.
But side
Isn't that
note,
crazy?
Wow.
Okay, unrelated to canyons, but this is something we haven't talked about that is kind of crazy. Have you guys heard about JFK like potentially moving the course?
They can't do it.
Wait, what?
It's like, do you
That's
realize
illegal.
no one will come, dude? It's like, why would a pro go run not the actual course?
I feel
That's the
like-
whole point.
Yeah, is that course time? Like getting
It's
a
the
fast time on that
oldest-
course is
it's-
why
Yeah, like the
The
county,
oldest, too.
the city or the county like removed some tax exemption for hotels for them, and they threatened to like just move the start of the course. So you're like not going to be on the AT. It's just like a different course.
Oh, it'd be much.
Yeah, it's like
all
to-
road.
Yeah, it's super
road.
weird, dude. It's like I don't
Dang.
know. I think that kind of defeats the whole purpose of JFK.
I
Oh,
agree.
Charlie Lawrence.
Wow.
If it's all road.
Oh yeah, totally.
Or
Shout out
Klecker.
Charlie
But nobody
Lawrence.
cares,
Yeah.
dude. I don't feel like it's a totally different race at that point.
It is.
Yeah.
That's a road race.
And I really just wanted to do it next time. You know, I guess I would have to not do it.
Well, I feel like you should have a bet with one of these guys where, like, if you lose, you have to do the race of their choosing, and if they lose, you get to pick the race that they run.
Dude,
So
what,
you'd pick
what are
them
we
to do,
choosing
like-
for Moy?
So you'd have him do like that
Let's chop it
Desert-
down.
desert solstice.
Desert solstice would be great.
Yeah, that would be.
And then you'd pick like some amazing race in Europe.
The Chappie Belt.
I will send them to the Chape
Or
Bell.
Skimo.
What an experience.
Which one's the Chapabel?
Ludo Pomeré is doing it. It's this one that is like 145K and like 12,000 meters of vert. Same weekend of UTMB.
Dude, I would so much rather do that though than Desert Solstice.
Me too.
You know what I mean? Like,
But this is a nice adventure.
yeah.
This is nice.
Yeah.
It's like rough and like technical, but you're having a good time. This the saltiest thing. Also, like what we like so many American races in the desert.
Aravaipa, dude.
Yeah. Makes sense
Hmm.
for them.
Yeah, I guess.
Big trail running.
Yeah, well, yeah. Nothing against it though, but like I think a bunch are on the desert. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're great. Shout out.
One last thing, Adam. I know we're getting close to winding down here, but you mentioned a lot hinges on your canyons.
That's true.
What if like somehow it doesn't go well? What are you gonna do?
I have ideas.
Oh, dude, I'd like to hear
Mammoth
the
200s.
ideas.
Come on, do Mammoth 200.
Oh, a 200. Oh man, I never thought I would do a 200.
Me either.
Are
you
you doing
thinking
Mammoth
about it?
200?
I signed up.
No way.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, yeah, maybe. I was thinking I would do Broken Arrow because I want to be out there at States, like Crew Jeff or something like that if I'm not there. But then the summer's kind of wide open. Like I'm not into CCC. So if there was somehow a way like Hail Mary myself into CCC, I might try to do that. I just don't know what that would look like. Like if there's a UTMB race in May, I might have to pivot to trying to do.
You gotta
could-
be.
Yeah, because I have that
Valderrama
6-month
and stuff.
window.
Yeah.
You could go to
Yeah.
Lavaredo.
Or Valderrama.
Wow. Lavaredo.
Lavareda.
All roads lead to Lavaredo.
They do.
Hey man, I'm telling you.
It's a great scene.
Because I'd love
That-
to be at CCC.
Moy's
But it is funny
Moy's
to
got a
think-
great spot for you to stay.
Yeah, hey. I actually do.
Oh.
Yeah, we own a big house there. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. I don't know. I mean, there's so many fun races, but I feel like right now I'm like you guys probably feel similar. But
Yeah,
really
you're
driven to
focused.
do States and like the UTMB finals because they're awesome, so competitive.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
No, that makes sense. Yeah. And you will find a way if like I think Canyon's gonna go great for you anyways.
Agreed.
Like
See.
I'm excited to follow you in that race. And
And Cade.
yeah. Also Kate.
Wild.
Hmm?
I said this is gonna be a wild race.
He doing it?
He's doing
He's doing the he's doing the 100K, yeah.
That's why he was nuking you today. That's why he's showing you the hammer.
Dude,
Just letting you know.
it was impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. He showed me, but he said he doesn't listen to the podcast.
No, he doesn't.
He said he
Don't worry.
won't listen to it. What did he say? He said you're in a standoff or a stalemate or something.
We're probably in a stalemate because he won't listen to it until he's on it or something.
And you won't have
Yeah.
him on until he listens to it.
I don't know if I ever said that.
I mean basically he is on it. You know, like
We talk enough.
Can I have to
about
buy another splitter?
we need a bigger board. Dude, excited to follow you at Canyons for sure. And excited to not go and not get poison oak on my side. It's gonna be such a good May for me.
Dude,
Yeah.
next level poison oak.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Adam, thanks for being here.
Dude, thanks for having me on, guys.
We all have so
was
much.
fun
We all have
hanging.
so much respect for you.
Oh, dude.
Seriously, like
I love
the
following you
absolute
guys
most.
too.
So
Yeah, it's fun hanging out with you guys. I want to come back to Boulder and hang again because good
Anytime.
memories.
water's warm.
Dude, you could always push your flight back till next week.
God, I could now that I'm full pro. I have no excuses.
Yeah,
you
no
actually
excuse.
can, yeah. Hey.
Doesn't Scratch need some more photos or something?
They might.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Dude,
Yeah.
there's this
Other
really
products?
there's this really cool cliff we can show you, dude. It's
Oh, a buffalo jump. Oh yeah, look it up. Yeah.
No, but it's been great having you here. Also, I'm glad that it worked out. Like we had
Yeah.
you on the pod. And
Thanks for having me
Yeah.
on it. I forced your hand.
no,
No, dude,
dude,
But
it
I
was.
need to be on more.
Dude,
There needs
you're-
to be
if-
more media. I've been told by.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to be on more media. That's
I'm,
my-
I'm,
That's what my agent said.
Are we media?
We're a conglomerate.
officially
dude.
media.
Yeah,
Oh.
we are media, dude.
Wow.
We are media. Wow. Well, I'm glad that we are like helping you out with the media side of things.
On that note, this pod brought to you by. Oh wait, we still don't have sponsors.
Mercedes Benz.
Mercedes-Benz.
Mercedes-Benz.
Kirkland.
Kirkland.
Coca-Cola.
Oh, Whole Foods.
Some
Any,
sort of-
any,
Whole
any of
Foods
you,
would be so
good.
any of you
Hoka-
guys.
Hoka slides.
Or do like the PBS, like brought to you by viewers like you. No, I'll have like a donation pot.
Dude.
Patreon.
Patreon. We were talking about
Was
that
your
the
what?
I
other
don't
day.
know. We haven't even really talked about it. Starting a Patreon.
We joke about it. But
As long as our pizza coffers are full, I'm good. You know.
yeah, we're good on pizza.
Are they? So that's the one.
Are you
that's the CFA.
managing the finance? Yeah, you're in the spreadsheet there. Like, oh my gosh, the projections we're not hitting the numbers.
Had you had Audrey James before, Adam?
I think one time.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
It's good, dude.
It's really
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, we'd usually go to like Cosmos or something. So
good. Big step up.
yeah, no disrespect, but it's a big step up.
Big step up. Yeah,
Because when you go to Cosmos, it's like 2 a.m.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
This is a pizza for adults, you know.
Yeah.
Dude, pleasure having you.
Yeah. Thanks for thanks for being on.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
We'll be cheering for you on Cañas, dude.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's a live stream.
Is there a live
I don't
stream?
know.
No, I don't. Probably not, dude. If you see UTMB
Dang.
race and it's a golden ticket,
That should be a requirement. Every golden ticket race should be
You know,
required to have a
just
live
to
stream.
wrap, like the golden ticket race in Kenty didn't have a live stream, but Chuckanut had a live stream.
And the Chuckanut
We were
live
on
stream
it.
was lit, dude.
You and me
Yeah,
were
I
on
was
it.
on
Yeah.
too. Before you.
Oh yeah, y'all hopped on, huh?
Crazy, isn't that crazy? Priorities, you know.
Yeah, UTMB just couldn't make it happen. You know,
Man, lack of
Wasn't in the
resources.
budget. Wasn't in the
It
budget.
would have been sweet to watch the Courtney.
Would have been
Rachel
so
duel.
sick.
And
dude.
I'm going
man.
back on like, I honestly didn't think it would be as close as it was.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, Courtney
would've thought,
Courtney
you know?
put so much time on Rachel at the end though, but did in that short period of time. So, but it was a good matchup. It was a good race.
Oh, it was a
So,
matchup.
I'm evolving as a human. I'm coming out and saying I'm sorry to all you listeners who were pissed off at me saying that I didn't think it would. Well, I didn't. Did I say I didn't think it'd be a matchup?
You
did.
you actually
Yeah.
got
Okay.
really
Yeah.
angry and
I
like
did
throw
not.
the computer.
I questioned it. I was like, is it? But she proved me wrong. It's awesome, Rachel. That was a great race. It was really fun to follow on the little live tracking
Yeah.
thing.
that was
Um,
sweet to watch.
But yeah,
that would have been a cool
that's
video.
the cool thing about this sport.
And Chianti's so, I imagine, so beautiful. Saw a couple pictures.
And
It's
easy to live stream, dude. Like so easy to live stream.
Such a bummer.
Dude,
yeah.
yeah.
Missed
Good job,
opportunity.
UTMB.
UTMB is not making enough money.
What's an episode without us shitting on UTMB?
Or just
There's not
like,
been one.
You know, asking them to elevate the sport. You know,
Yeah.
they've got the resources.
I don't know,
carbon
dude.
offset money. You know,
yeah.
Yeah, prepare yourself.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys.
All right. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Love.
We're about to start on another 30-minute.